It's amazing. I mean, for one, I'm very proud of the work we've done on the show over the years. We both celebrated like 30 years recently, didn't we, Lo?
Yeah. Yeah, no, 29 for me.
20, well,
Is that crazy
what's
though?
the difference, a year?
What kind of job is that? I mean, really, it's the craziest thing. I mean, there's some people on our show who've been there like 40 years straight.
Yeah, all the way
That's
through.
That's really crazy, right? But to even that anything has been on the air for 50 years is so crazy. And we're at the party or the anniversary book that's out, and we're looking through it, and we're such a big part of it, and it's really cool. I feel really proud. I bet I sent Greg Ming an email after that to say I'm so proud to be so featured in this book, and that we work on the show, and then going to that party that was this big smash, and I mean, just a really cool thing. I feel really lucky, really lucky.
Well, the show itself is in a very good place right now. And that's because there are so many people working there who love the show, love what they're doing. We're there to support each other. And I've worked on two other shows besides this one, and I've never felt so much collaboration and so much positivity
Absolutely.
on the set
right.
as I have this time around. And it just helps us do a better job.
Right.
Everyone there seems to be pulling for each other.
Right.
You know, people who are writing and producing the show have really good taste. And 50 years has brought this spirit of, you know, not only celebration, but we want to make this show better than it's ever been. We want to go even a step above and a level above where it was
And Kim
at its
Corday,
best.
you know, this was his parents' show, and I think that he really takes that to heart, and he really wants to keep it, the core values of why and how they started it, and the families and the generations, and I think he is super committed to making it work and continuing with his parents' vision.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's 50 years really energized everyone.
Yeah.
And I think they made a decision to make it better than it's ever been.
Yeah.
To be the best show it could be. And whether it's on the air or not, they're going to make it, this 50 is going to be the best ever.
I mean, we see each other periodically for lunches and whatever, so it wasn't like he was just off my radar of life. But we both know that we work better with each other than we do with anybody else that we work with. And we just had this great connection.
Sure.
And so even that first day when it was a simple, he walks off the elevator, it was so jam-packed full of levels of emotion for both of us. And I think we're both just so happy and feel so lucky. We were lucky with the very first day I was ever on the show in 1986. It was with him. And I think it just doesn't get better than that. And we've been on other shows, both of us, and this is great. Well, Days is a little more, I guess, kind of Midwest and families. It's not about glamour as much as it is about story and families and of the interpersonal relationships. And I personally feel like I do that better than I do business talk or whatever, and certainly better than I before I do the doctor. That's when I start sweating. I need an echocardiogram. That's when I really get going. But in fact, if we have under fives in the scene that are actually paramedics or something, I'm always like, could you just take that dialogue and I'll just say room 3? It's so much easier like that. But so that to me is like more like real people with real stories and family issues and whatever, more than glamour corporations or something. With him, we'll be running lines, and sometimes it's actually when we're doing the scenes, a little glint in his eye or a look, and maybe the stress pressure cooker of the moment, I totally snap, start laughing, and I can't stop till I'm crying. And that happens more with him than any person. And then I'll just hear him in the background like this, he's laughing, which feeds it. But I laugh more with him like that than I think I do anybody.
Yeah, we make each other laugh. It's contagious, and we have to really be careful because we can fall apart very easily.
Oh my God, you're like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah.
In the old days when we would do the show in so many rehearsals, and we don't do that now, but they would say, do we need to move on to another set? Because we wouldn't be able to stop laughing.
No, don't do that. We're okay. We can
So now we don't let that because we know we'll get serious. They're in a really tight time now, but nobody makes me laugh like him. But it's been revving up and going faster and faster. Like if you're at the end of the day, a lot of times you go directly to tape. That means no rehearsal. So you got to be on your game, which works well for us for the most part because we actually really work hard on our stuff, and we go to each other's dressing room, we run them. So we are in better shape to get out there and tape it.
If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here.
Oh my gosh, it's all about that. Yeah.
To know, I mean, and now people were asking about social media and how that's affected the job, and I love the feedback. I love that there's instant feedback, and oftentimes we sort of know when we've done a good job or not so good of a job. But when you get online, you get on Twitter and Facebook, you can see right away the things that people pick up on that you think maybe you missed, and they got it. They really got the message. It's so helpful. You know, all that positive feedback it's great.
I love this social media thing. I mean, I only do like Instagram and then I hit Twitter usually, but it's so fun. I mean, I really feel like I'm sharing with my girlfriends, and I'll be at work and I'll think, oh, there's Galen and Billy Flynn, like, oh, these gorgeous guys that everybody loves. I'll make sure I get a picture with them because I know that these ladies want to see it, you know? Right. So I think that part's fun, to be kind of, it's like kind of collaborative, you know?
Yeah. They would come with bags, sometimes bags of mail.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like in the 80s, when when it was really cooking.
Yeah.
These giant mail bags.
Yeah.
I mean, full of letters.
And presents, and the fans would send presents.
And then dump the bag out, with these piles of letters.
Right.
And you had to hire people to read through and to sift through the stuff because it was so much.
I was just telling my daughter, we were just talking about this yesterday, and I was just saying that, I mean, when my children were born, I mean, she has it, that quilts, that fans would, there was this woman, Carolyn Axel, she was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and gets an Amish quilt for my children. I mean, they would send us presents. Somebody had a baby shower and had the video camera be me, and the person was talking. This camera kept being like me and seeing the room. It was a whole shower, and then they sent me the videotape and all the presents, and my picture was on the wall. They had cake, they had games. Somebody was sitting with a Patch t-shirt. I mean, people are into it. I had probably 10 girls walk through the line today and tell me either they named their child Kayla or they were named Kayla. I think I need to have a Kayla convention.
Well, for the first time ever, when we were on the book tour recently, we were in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. A woman came up to me and said, I named my son Patch. Not Steve, not Steven, not Steve, Patch. I thought that was just
so cute.
Amazing.
So cute. And didn't he have a patch, right? With him? Didn't he have a patch with him?
No.
Oh, that was a different boy.
Else.
Okay.
Yeah. She was very sweet.